Um, when I was younger, I know what y'all gonna say. For some of you all that you know what I'm saying. Subscribe to my channel. Oh, here we go, Langston with these same stories again. When I was 16 years old, my mother. I don't like to say that. My grandmother's husband. I ain't gonna say step grandfather, all of that stuff. Anyway, my grandmother's husband had me go outside and cut the grass, and he had a chainsaw and he was cutting down trees in the backyard, of my grandmother's house, right? And he said, "Yeah, let's take a break," right? So we took a break and sat down. And as he was putting oil inside the chainsaw, he was like, teaching me, I guess, how to be a man, you know what I'm saying? Growing into a man, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, "Yeah, man, as soon as you graduate from high school, if you choose not to go to school or whatever have you, you can go ahead and get you a job and start working early. So 30 years later, you can retire and this and that and so forth." And no lie, this is my word. When he said 25 to 30 years later, I just heard wah 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 wah. You know that Charlie Brown joint? I know some of you young folks ain't never seen Charlie Brown, but Charlie Brown used to have his teacher, and the teacher just be like wah 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 wah. And that's all I heard. That's all I heard. And throughout all my years, you know what I'm saying, men have been teaching me how to be a man. And it's always based on getting a job and working hard. And it's crazy because my earlier years, my young adult years, I tried that. I tried get 1 or 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying, juggle three jobs at one time, you know what I'm saying, working overtime and working hard as I could. And I just got burnt out. And one day, it just dawned on me. It's like, yo, man, what am I working for? That's real talk. Because some may think that slavery is over, and it's not. The reality of it is they just expanded slavery. They diversified slavery. No lie. So Caucasians think just because they got some little bit of white privilege, you know what I'm saying, that they're not slaves. Anyone that comes to this country that works, doesn't make a difference what you do. You participate in the infrastructure of America. You pay your taxes. Your currency is U.S. currency. Anyone that works in this country is a slave. Because the reality of it is they sell you on this. In order to live here, in order to be productive, in order to be a citizen of the United States of America, spelled with 3 Ks, you have to work. And the purpose of this video is to let you all know that the reality of it is that you don't have to. Now, I know what you're going to say. "Oh, Langston, man, how you telling me you don't have to work, man? In order to pay your bills, in order to pay your rent, your light bill, your phone bill, and all the rest of this stuff, you got to work, and this and that and so forth, and blah, 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 blah." That's what they sold you on. That's what they sold you on. The oligarchies of the world. The 1%ers of the world. And we put one another in check. Like a woman would not deal with a man that ain't got a job. You go to the cookout, that's the first thing your family asks you. "Hey, what you doing? Hey, man, how you doing, man? What you doing these days?" And based on what you say, far as your occupation, that will determine whether they'll have a conversation with you or pay you any attention of mind. I'll give you an example. If you say, "Hey, what you doing these days?" I'm a trash man. I collect trash. "Oh, okay. I'll see you later, man." Oh, what you doing these days? Well, I'm studying to be a lawyer, and an attorney and blah, blah. Then they'll have a conversation with you. So on YouTube, it was a compilation of people that are tired of working a 9 to 5 from TikTok. Young people. And man, my hat goes off to you. Because young folks these days are saying, man, my mother and my father worked their asses off and they did this and they did that and now they old and they ain't really got shit. I'm not going to be one of them. I'm going to find a way to get out of this matrix. And that's what I call breaking the generational spell that has been casted on us, specifically African Americans. Haven't we worked hard enough? Straight up. And I know what some of you non-blacks are going to say. Here we go, Langston pulling that race card again. I'm not pulling no race card. I'm pulling a business card. Because there's nowhere in the United States of America spelled with 3 Ks these days where you can get free labor like they got from us over 400 years. So this is not a race card. This is a business card, my nigga. That's not how you conduct business. That's real talk. And some may say, well, Langston, what are you doing these days? Man, I'm living. That's all you should be concerned about. I ain't clocking in and out of somebody's job. I'm living. I make my money however I make my money. I don't have to get up in the morning and deal with rush hour. Don't y'all think that that's a problem? That everyone gets up at 9, everyone gets up at the same time, got to be at work at the same time and get off at the same time. A lot of these jobs, no lie, a lot of these jobs create problems and they give the solution. Like I ain't never seen so many sick people in my life. And they got a drug for every goddamn illness that you have. That's the point that I'm trying to make. If there weren't a thing called fast food, then you wouldn't have a lot of these sicknesses. But they go hand in hand with one another. If you didn't have to work, then you could sit down and take the time out to prepare a home-cooked nutritional meal. But most of us gotta get up early in the morning, and the only thing we got time for, because we in a rush, we in that gerbil's wheel, is food that can be prepared and cooked fast. 5-10 minutes, I get in line, hey, let me get a sausage biscuit, some pancakes, and some grape jelly, and some strawberry jelly. Okay, sir, that'll be $10.38. You drive up, give them these days you don't even, we in a cashless society, face it. You know what I'm saying? These days you just give your card. Boom, 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 the transaction is made, they come out with your food, and you driving en route to your job while eating. You don't even have time to sit down to eat that fast food. You got to eat that fast food quick. That's real talk. And I know some of you all are going to say, well, man, I'm just baffled over the whole thing. I'm about to stop this because Langston is being a real idiot right about now. He really is. What about your Social Security? What about your 401k? What about when you work? What about working and then when you retire? Your retirement plan, what kind of plan do you have? And I'll say, man, let me tell you something. You ever seen Pac-Man? Well, really Miss Pac-Man, because that's what we used to play back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Pac-Man came out, then Miss Pac-Man came out, and then everybody went berserk off of that shit. Miss Pac-Man, just be eating power pellets and shit. Well, just think of hyperinflation being Miss Pac-Man and your money And Miss Patman is gobbling up your money, your 401k plan, your Social Security, and all the rest of that shit. Y'all could play that rat race. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting in that gerbil's wheel. Straight up. You got people working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs trying to keep up with hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is like right here running. It ain't stopping. And you like this. Slow down, hyperinflation. You running your ass off. I need some water. You can't even stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta take a break to go to sleep. Some of y'all are suffering from what is it? Insomnia? I'm mispronouncing. I probably am. Brain fart. Well, you can't even sleep because you're worried about bills. That's not what life is about. That's not our life's purpose. No lie. Langston, how you know? Because I used to be one of those persons. Well, you know, I got to move this more money over. Got to get this, got to get that. Got to pay this light bill. Got to pay this water bill. This is getting dropped out of my account. I got to make sure I balance this out because if this drops out of the account and then this over here gets drafted, it's going to be a negative, which is going to cause me for that money not to get drafted out of the account. Then that's a $35 charge because there's no money in the account. And then, you know, for you all smart people, you'll say, hey, Langston, what you do is you have several streams of income. You know what I'm saying? You do this, and this. You got 5, 6 different streams of income. How much time are you taking out with your old lady? Straight up. How much time are you taking out of the day to sit down with your family if you have one? When the last time you had a home cooked meal? Tell me. Tell me when the last time you had some good fun. I'm talking about some fun. You laugh. You ain't worried about time and none of that shit besides the regular Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend, the typical shit, holidays, where they give you time off. Tell me, do any of y'all know what it feels like to wake up Monday at 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, and they ain't got to worry about no job? I do that every day. I do that Monday through Sunday. Straight up. Some of you all commute. Got to wake up at 6 in the morning to get ready to work, get ready for work, to be at that job at 9 o'clock. Some of y'all commute 2 hours away from your job. Stuck in traffic for 2 hours of your life. Then you get to work, you work 9 to 5, and then you get off at 5 o'clock, and it takes you 2 hours to get back home. By the time you get home, the only thing you could do if you have a family and they have, you know what I'm saying, they went to school and all the rest of that stuff, the only thing you could do is like scan through their homework, make sure that their homework is done. You know what I'm saying? Feed them. You know what I'm saying? Tell them I love them, love you, put them to bed, you go to bed, and you got to do the same thing all over again. To be real with you, you ain't nothing but a weekend mom and pop or parents overall. Because that's the only time that you have with your children. And some of y'all don't even have that. Because you got to work another job on the weekends. You telling me working 9 to 5 or working for the man is your life's purpose? That this is what we supposed to do with our fucking lives? Then when you get old and can't work any longer, you get a pension or your Social Security. And that shit has gotten gobbled up. Because if they're not sending money over to Ukraine or Israel, where you think they're getting that money from? You think it's just surprise, surprise? It's just popping out of the sky and they grabbing it? They damn for sure ain't printing up the money to send it. That's not how they do things. Nah, they take it out of different things, like our tax money, our Social Security, our pension. So what little that you left with, as far as your Social Security or your pension or whatever, is gobbled up, is gone. Because see, the thing of it is what hyperinflation does, it'll make your $10 tomorrow, your $10 today, it'll make your $10, it'll turn your $10 into $5 tomorrow. Because see, the thing of it is when you buy bread, eggs, milk, water, cheese, those are like the common things that people buy in order to survive. Potatoes. There's no hyperinflation boost, I'll call it like that, that is added to your Social Security, your pension, to cover the hyperinflation. That's why you got old people, which is a shame in America. You got old people bagging groceries at the grocery store. You trying to figure out why they doing it. Oh, they must be bored and they ain't got nothing else to do. Nah, they trying to survive. Because they're not on salary anymore. They can't go and work overtime. They get a basic pay per month, basic check per month. It doesn't go up because hyperinflation did. It's not how it works. You get $400 today, hyperinflation comes and inflates the food prices. Eggs worth $5, now they $25. The next month, you're going to get that same $400. And you know what they're going to tell you to do? Man, work with that shit. Good luck, nigga. That's it. And that goes for all races across the board. It's real talk. And for all you that study like the ancient Sumerians and the Anunnakis and all of that shit, this is a side note. It's crazy how, everybody running with this Zachariah Sitchin story. You know what I'm saying? The Anunnakis came down here, man for gold, turned us into slaves and had us going in the gold mines, digging up the gold for them and all the rest of that shit. And they treated us like shit and this and that, so forth. And Inky had compassion for us and then Lil didn't. And it's like, hold on, watch this. If you take the Sumerians out of it and put niggas there, and if you take the gold out and you put cotton there, what was the difference between the slave master and the Anunnakis? In other words, what I'm trying to explain to you, we make all these excuses, whether it's the Anunnakis, the devil, and all the rest of this stuff that's treating us bad and this and that, so forth, and we gonna prevail and we gonna get through to it and this and that, so forth. And what we fail to realize is people behind all destruction. All destruction. People want to say, oh, these reptilian beings, the Draconians, and this and that, and so forth, and blah, blah, blah. Nah, this and that, nothing but elite families that's controlling this world. That bleed, that got a heart, got lungs, kidneys, and all the rest of that shit, just like us. It ain't deep. People talk about an alien invasion. Well, you just had one. Because the indigenous people of the Americas were and are black and brown people. And what the non-blacks did is they came over here and colonized the shit and forced us into manual labor. That was the alien invasion. And then they got the nerve to call the brown people that lived in so-called South America illegal aliens. Like as if they're not. And What I'm trying to explain to you, this is the biggest trick that they pulled on the planet. It was never mandatory for you to work unless you was working for yourself and your village and your tribe. Other than that, you were not supposed to work at no factory, no warehouse, no fucking federal building, none of that shit. Well, Langston, how are we going to be modernized? Are we going to have planes and all of this stuff and gadgets and technology and cell phones and computers and blah, 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 blah. You know, what were we supposed to do? Just walk around with leaves over our ass and live in tents and blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, since you want to be a sarcastic motherfucker, look how our life is right now based on technology. Look at how us modernized folks treat one another. When you compare the past to the present, there's no comparison. People that didn't have half of what we have right now lived a way more better life than we ever did. A longer, healthier life. Our priorities are so fucked up till it's ridiculous. Especially materialistic people, which is stupid to me. How stupid can you be? How can you fall for the shit? Well, I got the new Mercedes BMW. Don't you know them shits come off an assembly line? And the same BMW you got, 50 other million people got it around the world. And you say you got the 2025. Well, it's going to be old in a couple of months. They're coming out with the 2026 come next year. How could you fall for the bullshit? That goes for the PlayStation. That goes for the iPhone. That goes for the Samsung Galaxy S20. What they got? S24 right now. They're going to go 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Hollywood is running out of ideas, so they just regurgitating the same bullshit. What I'm saying is they just remaking old movies. I sat down one day and watched cartoons with my children. I'm like, Voltron, Transformers, all of these cartoons, they're nothing but the same shit that we used to watch. You young folks out there, they playing the shit out of y'all when it comes to the Jordans. Y'all just wearing the old shit that we used to wear. Matter of fact, we had it better because it was new when it came out. When we were wearing it, when it came out, when they first came out. Now y'all paying double the price for some old shit. I'm gonna tell you when I stopped buying Nike, man. When I saw in a box recycle, what? So you mean to tell me I'm wearing some recycled fucking sneakers and you charging me $1.50 for that shit? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I know when I'm getting played. I know it. And I opt out. That's what I do. And yes, it comes with great sacrifices. No, it don't, because they ain't never gave us shit. Half of the stuff that I used to have now, I ain't got it anymore. Why? The gym, I go to the gym. I used to go to the gym. Gym membership canceled. I got weights outside. I got a bench. I got all of the shit that I need to get in shape outside. I can do this shit for free. Ask my family, when the last time you heard from Langston? You want to know why didn't you hear from me? Cell phone canceled. I don't need it. Don't need it. Whoever I need to get in touch with lives with me. And don't give me that bullshit like, man, how do you communicate with? How the fuck we communicated with one another back in the 80s and the 90s? When we didn't have smartphones. We had smart people. Now we got smartphones and dumb people. Because you act like you can't do without your cell phone. Internet service about to get cut off too. And that's not because I can't afford it. I can. I'm just slowly but surely unplugging myself. Because when I had all these gadgets and I was going to the to the gym, the YMCA, down and going to the gym and cell phones and all the rest of this stuff, and I had to, I gotta get the GoPro this, and I gotta get the Samsung this, and I gotta get this and this and that. So this camera and this technology, I got to get the lights and this and that and so forth and blah 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 blah. I was just running. And I'm trying to figure out, I get home and my son lied and talking about some this, that, and so forth. And I'm like, yo, what is he lying for? Why is my daughter, she don't like me anymore and this and that and so forth. And I just figured it out. The reason why is because I ain't spending no time with him. Because if I'm not out there hustling or doing this or doing that to make money, I'm at home on the cell phone like this. TikTok, YouTube, going back and forth. They seeing how much fun I'm having. I'm enjoying laughing at other people's shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving everybody my time. Except for my children. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I know y'all ain't gonna appreciate or respect all of this video, but at least think about it. At least think about some of the things that I've said. Working a 9 to 5 is a scam. And that's real talk. I got a job. It's being a father. That's my job. It's being a man that loves his fucking people. That's my job. That's a job that I can wake up and say to myself, I'm proud. I can stick my chest out and know that I serve a fucking purpose. Y'all know it, y'all fucking know it. Y'all fucking know it. Stop fucking denying this shit just because, you know what I'm saying, I'm pulling some of y'all motherfuckers' cards, man. Stop denying it. You know you hate going to work. You know you be in a bed daydreaming like, man, I can't wait to get the fuck out of this job, man. I hate these fucking people. You know it. You know you're looking for a way out. And the only thing I'm trying to do is just pull a strength up out of you. Because I did this today. This is Saturday, but I'm gonna put this shit up on Sunday. Come Monday morning is the beginning of, woo! I've said this before. Maybe y'all won't catch it this time. It's the beginning of the week. You notice how they name it? Phonetically. They both sound the same. Weak, W-E-E-K, weak, W-E-A-K. You gotta be weak. You gotta be submissive when you walk in that door and deal with your boss and put up with the shit that you gotta put up with. Because if you were strong, you would say, hey, fuck you and walk out. And then come Wednesday, that's hump day. You close to the week end, the end of your weakness. That's when Saturday, Sunday come off. For those that are got off, you get to be yourself. Don't you want to be yourself every day, 24/7? Find a way. Find a way. Because I'm here to tell you, we ain't going to do it collectively. there's still gonna be some fools that's gonna clock in. More than the ones that'll clock out and never go back to work. I fell for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Them gig jobs, gig app jobs and shit. Postmates, Uber Eats, and all the rest of that shit. I did that shit a couple years back. I thought that was a way out. Come to find out, you spending more money than you're making. You breaking even. Especially if you know what I'm saying? Like, you driving. Whether you picking up food or people. The gas. And here we go. This is another scenario where whether the gas goes up or down, it's not like you getting paid more or less. More. If anything, you getting paid less. Cause I remember when I stopped working that shit, they used to triple up on trips and shit and pay me one basic trip, like as if I just didn't pick up 3 damn meals. Oil change, I had to get oil change 4 or 5 times in 1 month. Tires get worn out, car get worn out. They're not paying you for that shit. It's an ass backwards job. And then the catch is, you feel like your own shit. What is it, a 1040? So they ain't gotta pay you no health insurance or none of that shit. You better off working a 9 to 5. At least you can get some type of benefits or some shit after 90 days or something. You know, if you become permanent. Yo, man, all I'm here to do is help. Straight up. Sometimes, man, it's like, it's hard. It's really hard trying to reach my people, man. But that's what I'm here for, man. I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to take a broom and hit the beehive so y'all can wake the fuck up and fly away and be free. That 9 to 5 shit, motherfucking slavery. I'm out.